Welcome back. As promised, this is gonna be like a little episode, or like a little episode, or short. Not short, I don't know how long it's gonna take, because I do love talking about animals, and I love horses. So it's gonna be a horse video about this horse right here, the Direhorse. So, if you watched it, I ended the last video with finding a Direhorse. So I've decided to make this whole episode just about that thing here, the Direhorse. So I hope you enjoy it. Maybe you learned something about the ecology of it. And I hope you like it. There's a Direhorse. Let's see if maybe I can get and touch it. And by touch it, I mean go make friends with it. Because you can actually, in this game, not tame them, because, taming is more or less because you bond with your equine over there. But you do not bond with the Direhorse. They're just like, you could call them a one-night stand, but you're just like, making friends with them, and you can use them to traverse.
It's okay. I won't hurt you.
So, like with a real horse, you don't just run at it, you walk calmly from the part where the horse can see you. You will slow... Oh no, I scared it off because I was so focused on talking to you. Well, never mind. Okay, so what you do when you approach a horse, or generally most animals, you stay calm, you approach it where it can see you, and you approach calm. I'm gonna do it when the game tells me, because that one seems really, really skittish. Although I like that behavior, it's like, stay away from me. Which weird. Well, that doesn't make any sense, because you saw it told me to get closer. You know what, I'm just gonna run at it now. Oh, maybe it's a young one, that's why I can't ride it. That would make sense, but it's walking past me, so I'm gonna try to...
Don't worry.
Walk slowly. Okay, so if now it doesn't work, I'm gonna start crying soon. Come on, be nice. Okay, now I got it. Alright, here you can see its tongue. Like they've got those, I was gonna call it a colibri, but that's the wrong word, a hummingbird. Or like general other animals, or an anteater. You know that convergent evolution, multiple animals from different groups or taxa, they have developed, or like they're not even closely related, but they have same structures. So that long tongue that you use to either, suckle on sap, like they do drink nectar, so they've got those weird flavored, those flowers. Same as hummingbirds do. Or like anteaters, they use the sticky tongue, and it's long to get into the burrows of, ants, or I think it's mostly termites. Which is also interesting compared to, for example, the equine and their breathing system. They've got like those multiple little openings. I'm not sure what they're called, I'm just gonna call them spiracle, like the thing that sharks and, arthropods have, because they don't have like, trachea and breathing through their mouth and nose, they don't have that. Because it's really interesting actually, like they would suggest, because it's kind of short, that their lung is more or less directly connected to the lung. Might be interesting to check out just like general physiology at some point, or like how the anatomy is on the inside. But for now, because I don't really want to cut them open, and you can't in game too, to just look at them like this and their structures. So what's interesting about them, or like generally the wildlife on Pandora, they don't seem to have hair. So far everything that I've encountered, they are like pretty much close to mammals that we have on Earth, but they do not have pelt or fur. They just mostly are like, skin. It doesn't even show any like scale texture, so, I mean, maybe there's like some scales on the top side. It doesn't seem like good armor though, so it would probably feel like... I don't know if you've ever touched like one of those Sphinx cats, the naked ones, the one where Joey has like, or like the, the joke from Friends, for, people that watched Friends. Why is the cat inside out? So what you have with those Direhorses, their skin, they would probably feel, I'm gonna assume how they feel, not like a rhino, because rhinos are really, like, I've never ever petted a rhino or an elephant. They feel very hard, like it's not like soft, but I guess they probably feel more like a mix out of a, a very shaved horse, or one of those, cats. So it's probably if you sit on them and you're a bit sweaty, you're gonna stick to them. I hope you don't, because it's got a little scale there, but maybe, who knows. And I also wanted to say something about, oh yeah, when you ride on them, you just hop on like this. Oh, that's also I wanted to say generally about the whole Navi physiology. You know, they are, or like my character in this game, 2 legs, 2 arms. And almost all of the other wildlife, as you know, the one that you would call probably mammalian-like, they share, you know, I mean, they share the kuru, you know, this neural cord they have, like in my ponytail that I just connected. And they usually have 2 of them. It's just the humans, the Navi, that have only 1 kuru, which is, you know, used to connect with them and bond with them. And I think, as far as I'm aware, it's just the tulkun, you know, those big space whales from the second movie. They also have, like, their neural system to connect, but it's inside their mouth, and they have only 1 feather-like structure. So it's kind of interesting. What I like about this movement a lot, it's just like the way the character moves, although it looks a bit, you know, goofy, the way, you know, you're just like sitting there with your arms down. Although I do ride horses, and I do ride a mix out of English and Western, depending on how I'm feeling. So I usually have one hand hanging down and on my thigh, but I also hold the reins. So if I would, or if I ride bareback, I usually have my hands on the, you know, the top part of the horse here, where the shoulder is, because it's more comfy. But other than that, it's, you know, animations are really nice. I know they used motion capturing to people. The people are always so nice, which is annoying because they keep interrupting my monologue.
It is good to meet a friend.
Oh, they assume I'm her friend. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore her. Oh, but look, her ikran. Now you can see the different ones. Nope, sorry, that's my ikran. I'm just blind. That's her ikran. Considering that mine has completely different gear. Oh well, but if you look at the way the Direhorse moves, I'm pretty sure they used motion capturing here for the horses in general. Like in the first game, they almost definitely did, so if you have the chance, look it up. It's pretty funny. I don't like a horse in a motion capturing suit. But yeah, so it's basically seahorse meets a bold horse mix. So I think I'm gonna keep going. Oh, look, there's a fishy. I'll do a separate series for fish at some point, because this guy's, you know, hopefully interesting. Now I'm gonna call my ikran, Amai, and let's see what she does. And she just disappeared. Okay, now there she is. Alright, so I will keep going along the water. I will leave the horse here. Oh no, it's following me. So usually, if you know, go around with wildlife, investigate wildlife, you don't try to get it to be attached to you, because if it's wild, it should stay wild. Because first off, you're gonna, you know, interrupt, or actually sometimes it's gonna, you know, be so dependent on you because you constantly feed it that it probably won't survive on its own. So, you know, don't touch or write random stuff you find in the wild, guys. So for now, I'm gonna leave her. I'm gonna assume it's a her. So this concludes today's field study about the Direhorse. So, you know, to end it up, I hope it doesn't feel like if you touch it, it feels like, you know, one of the Sphinx cats, or as I call them, the naked cats. Which is really concerning if you think about it, because you're sitting on it with, you know, because most Navi I mean, my Navi is wearing pants, but that's my choice. They usually don't wear pants, they got those loincloth things going on, so they're sitting with their butt on the Direhorse. As we've seen in the movies, they do sweat, so hopefully they don't stick to the horse. But concluding with that, I hope you enjoyed it. I found it very interesting just to look at it in detail, show you a little bit of how it moves. And I really like the design. I mean, I say that about everything in the game. But it looks, you know, oh, the animation is great, by the way it's cleaning itself with its tongue. So they have some very distinctive behavior, and it's really amazing. So this is, you know, for the horse people out there, it's a space horse. So I hope you enjoyed that episode, and take care.
PlayStation